is up, you guys, and welcome back to the Global Daily Entertainment. It's your girl, Joy Sonia, and today we're here in Dunga Kisumu, ready to interview a new guest. Okay, so since we have a new guest, let's make him feel welcome. And before we start anything, we always start, because since COVID is very real, we start with a sanitizer. So, you know, COVID is very real. But anyway, so please introduce yourself, tell us what you do, who you are, and things like that.
Okay, thank you so much for
You can take off the mic, don't
opportunity.
worry.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity once again and for inviting me here. My name is Raymond. I am an artist. I do a lot of arts in Dunga area.
So we're sitting here on his beautiful artwork, and I just wanted to know, what drove you to become an artist? Like, what was that essence that made you feel like you wanted to be an artist?
Actually, it was a passion. I am a psychologist by profession. I went to school and I did that for parents because they insisted that I have to go and do the course. So after that, I pursued a diploma in arts, and that is where my strength was. So actually, I'm doing what I like. I'm doing what I'm interested to do.
You know, that's the best thing for anybody in this current generation.
Sure.
Doing what you love and doing what you're happy about
Sure.
is necessarily what you need to be doing, instead of doing things that you're forced by your parents to do.
Okay, so as an artist, how did you end up starting this project?
Okay, first and foremost, the project is called 001 Arts. So 001 represents a common county, that is Mombasa. So I got the idea from a friend in Mombasa. They're also doing a lot of recycling. So he gave me a basic idea on how to make flower vases using old clothes. And that is where I got the idea, and I multiplied the idea to other things. So I started the project in the year 2017 in Kisumu, and it started small. We were just joking with it, and we found we are loving the idea. And then we went to other different things. We started collecting used tires. We started collecting used bottles, and then we went up to the lake. We now started collecting the hyacinth weed to make ropes, and the final ropes we used to wrap the tires to make beautiful tables and seats. So actually the project has been so propelling so fast, and now we have engaged into even different things, even the drums that you sing here. We are now recycling used oil drums that have been thrown in the markets to make seats like the one you see.
That is so amazing.
Okay, so necessarily any business in general that does with art and music or acting is usually very difficult to pursue. How do you think you're able to provide for yourself and benefit from your art and still be happy about it? Because a lot of the times you start doing something you love and then you end up not loving it because there's so much pressure towards it.
Actually, that is so true. Passion is followed by hard work. There's an Englishman who puts it very lightly that hard work can take you to a place where success can find you. So most of us do wait for success, so that people may sponsor you, so that you move. But actually, it's good to start small and maintain your path. You work hard towards the goal that you want to achieve. First of all, it's very important to set an objective, that you ensure that you evaluate yourself on the way until you reach the objective that you have. So that is the bigger deal that normally drives me towards my work. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes the materials are available, but you don't have the capital to continue. But so you just base on small ones that can sell fast, so that you can tackle the big giants that you have.
That's very true. And since we're also dealing in a time where there's a global pandemic, how do you think COVID has affected your business?
Actually, it has affected my business so much because I used to transport some of my products to even Mombasa, Nairobi, and as you can see, there is a lockdown. So now we cannot interact so closely with the people that I used to interact with. And even myself personally, when Corona came in, I am not safe. So everyone is not safe unless all of us are safe. So even the youths that we used to work with, some of them have gone to the rural homes, some of them are keeping themselves safe in different zones. So the work has become so slow, and it's not very easy to manage. But hoping when things goes back to normal, things will be able to be fine, and we shall get back to our things.
And say you find somebody who's like 12, 13, and is also an artist and just looks up to you and watches this video and thinks you're so talented. What advice do you think you could give to such a child?
Actually, my last trainee is 5 years old.
Oh,
From that angle, I love kids so much. So most of my arts we are doing with the kids, and I have a program that already I want to start to test the kids that are able to pick it up. Uh, the age doesn't matter. Kids start to learn when they're young, and then they adopt very fast, and then they become best artists because they started learning when they were young. So I would even wish if it could be introduced in school so that kids may start learning about art, so they take art as a subject, not as an option. That would be really nice. So I have kids that I work with, and already they have started knowing some few things. I've engaged them even to the small route of collecting the raw materials so that they know how it's processed and how it makes these beautiful things that you
oh,
see.
that is so nice.
Thank you so much.
But on a last question, and necessarily, this is one question that a lot of the times everybody usually get,
Sure.
and it's based on what challenges do you find yourself facing, even without a global pandemic, just in terms of not only capital, but even pushing yourself and the passion that you have. What challenges do you think you face?
Okay, maybe before I explain my challenges, let me just take you back to the processing on how we are dealing with our product. Majorly, the raw materials that I have is weeds. That is hyacinth weed from Lake Victoria.
Not weed marijuana, please.
Sure.
Just to be
So
clear.
it's hyacinth weed that is collected from the lake, and actually that is Lake Victoria. We are working towards environmental conservation, and especially for Lake Victoria. So we engage youth in physical harvesting of the weed and actually other things that it comes with. We find plastics thrown in the lake, we find used clothes, we find the weed itself, we find ropes and any other thing that can dirtify the lake, we collect them. So challenges start from there. You can find youths that are free, they are unemployed, but they are not willing to do such dirty work. So actually talking to them until they agree, convincing them that this thing can make something out of what it is, becomes a challenge. Then after that, we take the raw materials to our bases, and especially I work from home. I also have another workshop next to the lake. So we take the raw materials to the bases where we process them. And during the processing, we also have challenges of not getting the enough materials that we use to process them. And some of them, we also have issues of theft cases. After making the ropes, you find some people stealing them again because those places have not proper security. And then after coming to now the basement where we now make proper things, challenges start cropping in. We have customers that would wish to have something after you've made the thing that he wanted. He changes
The order.
the taste and preference. The customer will tell you to make a different one from that. So you have a stock that you made, and the customer is insisting that you change to another one. So it becomes so difficult to manage. But actually, it has no much issues of inconveniences. We'll still be trying to be flexible and do whatever the customer wants.
But that is an amazing story from our beautiful guest. And just knowing that he has the hard work and the passion for this, and the fact that you work with children is very beautiful. So thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate you, Ray. And
Thank you so much.
hopefully, we can't wait to see you guys again next week with a new guest.
Thank you so much and be blessed.
Thank you.